Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentleman, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentleman on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Fans International Association is back. That's right, the premier fan club association of the 1970s and 1980s has been revived and is back in business. Join today. It's free at thewfia.org. That's thewfia.org. You can also join us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/WFIA 1969. Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, Brad Drake, and this is the World Wrestling Federation. Tonight is going to conclude our four-part taping of Prime Time Wrestling. And we have an exciting card lined up for us tonight, everybody. We're going to have a couple dark matches as usual. We're going to see David Sammartino in action. We're also going to see Brad Rheingans and Sam Houston tag up. In our opening bout, we're going to see the Golden Boy, Danny Spivey, in singles action. We are going to see the Islanders in tag team action. Billy Jack Haynes, Paul Orndorff, and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, will all be in action. Of course, this will be $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase's primetime TV debut. And we are also going to see Kamala and Sika hit the ring against the number one contender to the World Tag Team title, and that is the British Bulldogs. In our main event, everybody, this is one heck of a main event. Bruno Sammartino, the living legend himself, a former heavyweight champion of the world, will face the reigning and defending Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Honky Tonk Man, in a non-title bout. All right, everybody, let's go over the promos here. We are going to see a promo with Hulk Hogan, of course. Billy Jack Haynes is going to cut a promo. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, who's back from injury, he'll cut a promo. The $1 Million Man is going to have a segment. Bruno Sammartino will cut a promo. And, of course, we are going to see the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion himself, the Honky Tonk Man, cut a promo. With that said, everybody, with all that said, let's get to booking. And here we go. Jerry, Monti versus Bruno Sammartino. I'm sorry, David Sammartino in the opener. We'll see his dad, Bruno, later on. And here we go with Jerry Monti. And here is David Sammartino. And David, of course, is going to get the victory here. And this one is in the books. Up next. And for those of you that don't know, Jerry Monti is the brother of Frank Monti, who we saw just a couple episodes ago. All right, here we go. We have Pete Doherty and Dusty Wolfe against Rheingans and Houston. So here we go. Doherty and Wolfe versus Rheingans and Houston. Could be Houston and Rheingans. However one wants to do it. And here we go with Pete Doherty, the Duke of Dorchester, who a lot of people think was retired at this point in time, but we saw him do some enhancement matches. And of course, his partner is going to be none other than the young Dusty Wolfe. And they are going to face, I don't have them listed as a tag team, and that's just fine, Brad Rheingans and Sam Houston. So here we go. and everything is all set. I do believe I have this labeled as a dark match. I do. Brad Rheingans is going to get the win for his team here. And Brad Rheingans and Sam Houston did tag up on the circuit. In my opinion, I think Brad Rheingans was a guy that Vince McMahon signed just to keep him away from the AWA. All right, Scottie Williams and Dan Spivey are going to open this one, everybody. And here we go. Here is Scottie Williams. Here is the golden boy, Danny Spivey. Spivey, of course, is going to get the win. He's got a little bit of a mini push going on here. And he should win with that big bulldog. All right, up next, we have a Hulk Hogan promo, which is sure to blow the roof off of Freedom Hall here. Here we go. Here is Hulk Hogan. Entertainment. Of course, the fans wouldn't really see him. They're just watching live matches. These are, of course, pre-tapes that they may have taped at the arena or at another time, most likely at another time and place. All right, so there we go. Jeff Crimley and Joey Maggs now are going to face the Islanders. And this is not going to go well for Crimley and Maggs. There we go. 3 minutes for this one. And we have Jeff Crimley, who I believe went on to become a trainer, also known as Jeff Grilly. And Joey Maggs would stick around for a very long time. Do some work with Eastern Championship Wrestling. And he may be out there somewhere still on the independent circuit. All right, we are going to have Haku get the win. Tama's got that blown eardrum. The match will be affected by that, but it's important to keep the Islanders on TV and to keep the wins coming. Now, Billy Jack Haynes is going to have a horrible promo. So we're going to change this up, and we're going to make it a Randy Savage promo because we know we'll get a top promo out of Randy Savage. So here we go. Macho Man Randy Savage cuts a promo on Jake Roberts. And of course, we want our main stars on television every week in one way or the other. So it's important to have Randy Savage on here. All right, and here is Jake the Snake. I'm sorry, Mean Gene Okerlund. And then we have Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake the Snake Roberts is off screen. Entertainment. This one's ready to go. And up next here, we have an enhancement match for Billy Jack Haynes. And he's going to be in there against Rip Oliver. These two probably wrestled each other a bunch of times in Portland. And none of them were ever squash matches. But this one's going to be a squash match because that's what we brought in Rip Oliver to do. And here is Billy Jack Haynes. And Haynes, everybody, is going to get the victory and continue. Start a new winning streak after losing on yesterday's tapings. All right, so there we go. Haynes with the W. Next, we're going to have a Paul Orndorff promo. And it doesn't have to be on anybody specific. And we are going to have Bobby Heenan. We can't have Bobby Heenan give him help. We are going to have Gene Okerlund give him some help here. And the entertainment factor. And hopefully it goes well. All right, so that one is booked. And up next, we have Charlie Fulton. Very good wrestler at the end of his career here. Doing some enhancement work for the WWF, and there's nothing wrong with that. Many people did it. All right. So here is Charlie Fulton. And here is Paul Orndorff. Got that picture situation taken care of. And Mr. Wonderful is going to win this one and look like a million. There we go. That one is in the books. Now, here we go. Ted DiBiase. And let's have some fun with this one. A pre-taped, a vignette is shown of Ted DiBiase's mansion. You like that? All right, there's Ted DiBiase. the $1 Million Man. Here is Gene Okerlund. And of course, they would be doing this on site at Ted DiBiase's mansion. And that one is booked. So next, now we have the match. Dennis Stamp, Texas wrestling legend, is going to face Ted DiBiase. And knowing that Ted DiBiase has been around the world with pro wrestling at this point, I'm sure he has met Dennis Stamp in the ring many times. Here we go. $1 Million Man gets the win. Kicks himself off on TV here, everybody. There we go. Stamp against DiBiase. DiBiase with the win. Now this one's going to be interesting to see what we do here. All right, Bruno Sammartino cuts a promo on the Honky Tonk Man. So here is Bruno Sammartino. Here is Mean Gene Okerlund. Here is Honky Tonk Man. And Bruno should not need any help here. He should have a good promo. So that one is booked. And up next, we have Kamala and Sika against the British Bulldogs. And Kamala and Sika are going to way outsize the British Bulldogs here. And so let's make this one interesting, and let's have Davey Boy Smith get the win by DQ. Nope, we're not going to do that. We're going to cancel that. Davey Boy Smith's just going to get the win. And the reason being is going to be the main event here. Okay, the Honky Tonk Man cuts a promo on Bruno Sammartino. All right, so here we go. Here's Honky Tonk Man. Here is Mean Gene Okerlund. Here is Bruno Sammartino. He's also going to throw some shots at Ricky Steamboat. Off screen. Entertainment. This one is booked. And now we have our main event. Main event's going to go 16. And we are going to have Sammartino versus Honky Tonk Man. Non-title match, everybody. Here is Bruno Sammartino. Here is the Honky Tonk Man. And we are going to have Bruno Sammartino get the win. And it is going to be by DQ. Both these men have the psychology for an epic. And we should have a good one here, everybody. I am certain that the title is not going to be on the line. Let's add a Jake the Snake Roberts promo. Jake the Snake Roberts is in the feud with Randy Savage. And here we go. Jake Roberts. Entertainment. Gene Okerlund is there. And Randy Savage is the target of these words. This one is booked. We can bump that down. And we will. We'll have two promos in a row, but that's okay. All right, let's start the show here, everybody. Let's see how we do. Should have a good one here. All right, Jerry Monti versus David Sammartino. David Sammartino gets the win with that torture rack. 48 overall, 37 and a 57. Good stuff. Up next here, we have Rheingans and Sam Houston. Look at that. Doherty and Wolfe showed excellent chemistry together. So we had Rheingans get the win with that bridging cradle suplex. Brad Rheingans was a really good wrestler. Went on to become a world-class pro wrestling trainer with Vern Gagne and on his own. He trained Scott Norton, amongst others. All right, Scottie Williams versus Danny Spivey here. Danny Spivey gets the win with that big bulldog. 36 overall, 69, 31. Somehow gets a 36. That's quite the drop. And Red Text the Doom. Fair enough. All right, Hulk Hogan hits a big promo here. 94 overall with Gene Okerlund. I like it. Green equals money. and money they are making. All right, here we go. The Islanders get the win with that shoulder breaker splash. Good tag team move. And the Islanders were a very good tag team. So Tama is banged up pretty good here. Takes a big toll. Lots of green. Green equals money. We only get a 59 overall. That's strictly because of Tama's injury. All right, Randy Savage cuts a promo here. 100. I'd say we made the good call on that one, everybody. All right, Rip Oliver and Billy Jack Haynes. Billy Jack Haynes wins by submission with that full Nelson. 68 overall. Pretty much what I expected. I was hoping he'd crack 70, but that's okay. Good match between these two. All right, Orndorff cuts a promo with the help of Gene Okerlund and gets a 76 for that promo. I dig it. All right, Charlie Fulton loses to Paul Orndorff, who wins with that pile driver, and Orndorff scores a 70. And we do not have a bonus for squash, which we should. All right, up next here we have DiBiase with his cool little vignette that we did showing his mansion. Gets an 83 overall for this one. Good stuff. And DiBiase, with his in-ring debut here, gets the win over Dennis Stamp with that $1 Million Dream. 70 overall. I don't believe he used the $1 Million Dream at first when he first came up in the WWF. I think he used a different finisher, but I can't remember what that finisher was at this point. All right, Jake the Snake Roberts cuts a promo here. He gets a nice 80 score, and that continues his feud here with the Macho Man. Look at that. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Way overscored. 10.0 issues, but I'm going to take it, everybody. Bruno Sammartino hits a 100 promo. Wow. Good stuff. All right, up next here we have Kamala and Sika against the Bulldogs. Despite the huge scores of the Bulldogs here, we only get an 81 overall, and there's not too much we're going to do about that since Kamala and Sika do not get the greatest of scores. And yeah, there's some penalties there for selling and consistency. This would have been a match where the Bulldogs would have gotten the crap kicked out of them all match long, and then sold like madmen for Kamala and Sika, and then came out with the big win at the end. So, fair enough. All right, Honky Tonk Man only gets a 79 in this promo. Come on, this guy's gold. I don't know, everybody. I'm a little worried about this main event now. Let's see how the main event does. 82 overall. Sammartino far outscores the Honky Tonk Man. He gets the win by DQ, and that is an entertaining main event for Primetime Wrestling. Shake things up a little bit. And Bruno Sammartino did have a feud with the Honky Tonk Man in like November, December of 87. Kind of chased him around the circuit. All right, we're going to finish this one up. We get a gain in 2 regions. Excellent. And now our game sets us up here for International Wrestling Challenge. So that'll be our next show. And we'll deal with that then. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for us here. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you that are new to the channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and leave us a message below. Do you want these shows early and YouTube ad-free? You can get it. Check it out on patreon.com/PowerCast Network. For just $5, you'll get access to the Supermod, all of these shows early, and YouTube ad-free. You'll also get access to all of our spreadsheets and updates, bonus videos, bonus episodes, bonus everything, everybody. There's a lot of action over there on patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Check it out today. You can also check us out on social media, facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. And don't forget, everybody, we're also on Discord. Check it out, 1987 Supermod. Last but not least, I hope that you will consider joining Wrestling Fans International Association, the WFIA.org. That's THEWFIA.org. The WFIA was one of the premier clubs, fan clubs in the 1970s and 1980s for pro wrestling, and it is back. Get a voice again in pro wrestling, everybody. Join the WFIA. It is 100% free. You will get a free digital subscription to Wrestling Fan News, and you'll get all the other privileges of being a member. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.